In this town, obviously, people are always buzzing about the Leafs, and there's a lot of pressure on them to finally get things done. And he made a lot of moves, and I think the three of us, we all agree with you in terms of them being positive moves, and they're a better team today than they were 2 weeks ago. One position he chose not to address was goaltending. He was just asked about it about 45 minutes ago. His confidence level, why he decided to stay pat. Here's what Dubas had to say.
How confident are you that they can do it in the end and pull through? And I think, Matt has done it in the past, and there weren't really other guys available that have, and we believe in the potential of Ilya and Joe both. So we'll get Matt healthy and get him rolling, and let the three of them continue to continue to move it in the right direction.
So are you buying this idea that they have faith Murray will be available to play? Like, what's your read on how this plays out, Brian, in the crease up here in Toronto?
Yeah, I have to think that they're confident that he's going to be healthy come playoff time. But, how long that confidence lasts. I mean, the track record for Murray is that, he's healthy for a month and then he's out for another 6, which is really unfortunate for him. So I'm sure they feel good about him being able to come back from this injury before playoffs start or when playoffs start. But how long that confidence lasts, who knows? And then the other guys, I mean, Samsonov has had a great year. He's done a nice job there in Toronto. I'm sure it isn't easy going into that pressure cooker to play there, but he's done a nice job. But, the reality is, and, Noodles can attest to this, is that until you do it in the playoffs, it's always going to be a question. And, he has not played well when he was in Washington in the playoffs. And this is not like he's stepping into a place where there's, no eyes on him. This is as big a pressure situation as you can get into there in Toronto. So, maybe Dubas is right. Maybe there wasn't a guy out there that has more experience than any of those guys. And that could be totally true. And maybe you want to show confidence in the guys that you brought in this year. And I know if I was Ilya Samsonov and they bring in a guy, I'd be a little pissed off. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what? Why are you doing that? I mean, I got a .915 save percentage. I've played well. Give me a shot here. Let me prove to you that I can do it. And then on top of it, you got a young guy in Joe Woll that I think, I think having the third guy be a young guy is a good thing. This guy's going to be hungry. He's going to want to get the guys would, if he ever had to get in there, the guys would play hard for him. It doesn't mean that it would translate to a Stanley Cup necessarily, but I think when you got a guy that's in your system and he's he's paid his dues a bit, give him a shot to be the number 3. So it is the question mark for Toronto. There's no question about that. But seeing what's out there, maybe Dubas felt like there just was not an upgrade that would be better than any of these guys.